Hello guys, this is your August 29th afternoon update, and now I have added the larger colleges and universities across Florida, and you can see we do have some closures, including University of North Florida, Embry-Riddle, Central Florida, Florida Atlantic, and also the University of Miami down here, which may have got deleted. Apparently Miami got deleted. Anyways, in other news, we do have Florida International with some random cars off rooftops thing. Everywhere else remains open at the moment, so nothing too bad to look at right now. Now, let's take out that university map and let's look at our forecast positions. Our latest forecast, Miami got put in as a forecast position rather than on the university map. Okay, that makes sense now. Anyways, currently we have Category 1 Hurricane Dorian, and we're looking at Category 2, then Category 3 as it goes over the Bahamas and into South Florida as a Category 4, then slowing down significantly. And this big slowdown, strong winds, big storm surge is going to be the main concerns here. As we look at our rainfall projections at the moment, we're looking at heavy rainfall. I haven't assigned any values yet, but heavy rainfall expected for all of Central and a good chunk of Southern Florida, and then a little bit of Southern Florida and Northern Florida expected to have a good chunk of rainfall. Now we switch all this over to look at our storm surge right now. Of course, once again, no values have been assigned, but once again, South and Central Florida are going to be the main areas that we're looking at, maybe even up to Georgia. We could see storm surge effects, and that's not to not include the Bahamas. The Bahamas will have storm surge effects as well. Now, I want to go to my worst case wind scenario right now. Because the area that Dorian can make landfall in is so large, the area of major hurricane force winds, you could receive anywhere from north of Orlando down to Miami, and then again, hurricane force winds basically all of Florida, and then tropical storm force winds up there. But remember, at the moment, this is very, very subject to change because so many different factors have to be thought about before Dorian makes its way into the Florida area. So as it hits Florida, the main concern is going to be wind, rain, and storm surge. All the hazards are at stake here right now. One of the things that I really want to take a look at now is the coast of Florida and familiarize ourselves a little bit. I'm going to go north to south and take a look at what's going on. So the model started out here near Jacksonville and have been slowly trending a little bit south. And that's not to say Jacksonville, Gainesville, Palm Coast, Port Orange, these areas won't have effects because eventually it's going to turn north and these areas will get some sort of effect. Now, it has been trending south, Orlando, Palm Bay. That's where we're looking right now, maybe as far south as Port St. Lucie. But here's where they're really getting you. There have been a few models, a handful of models, and the farther south it goes, the more intense they're expecting the storm to be. So instead of maybe a Category 3 up here in Central Florida, it might be a Category 4 here in Southern Florida. Once again, the storm surge is going to be stronger on the north side anyways, so the Central Florida area is going to be impacted regardless of the scenario. But if it should hit Southern Florida, our main concern is going to be that the Miami area may be impacted with nearly 7 million residents. Now let's go real quick to this national storm surge map. I have it set on Category 4, which is currently worst case scenario. If it were to hit Central Florida, let's say Orlando, currently a little bit higher, farther north than the current forecast, but still possible. Most of the storm surge is up here to the north, and you can see down here this really doesn't come in a whole lot. West Palm Beach, not a whole lot of storm surge at Cat 4. Amazing amounts of storm surge over here on the other side of the coast, but that's the other side of the coast. We aren't worried about that. But really, some major storm surge could be impacting the Florida area, and it's really something that we're going to have to look into. Now, these Cat 4 conditions won't occur on this side of the coast. Now, on this side of the coast, we would look something more like a Cat 1 conditions, which is still pretty significant. Now, if it were to come out across Florida into the Gulf, then that's when we could be looking at Category 3 conditions for potentially the Florida Panhandle, all the way over into hopefully not Louisiana, but we could have a number of different possibilities at the moment. Please stay tuned to myself, the National Hurricane Center, and other trusted sources for information.